So I recently just stepped on stage for a bodybuilding show, looking like this. And although I had a lot of fun and I met some cool friends along the way, what happened after, although I was somewhat expecting it to happen, still sucks. To provide some backstory, I dieted for the show for 20 weeks. And for about 6 of those weeks, I was eating at about 1,500 calories a day, which for me is a 1,500 calorie deficit, but it was at the time where I really needed to lock in and dial it down. I started my cut looking like this, and I ended looking like this. And about after a week of embarrassing binging episodes later, I ended up looking like this, up an embarrassing 20 pounds. Now, I don't want any sympathy by me saying any of this, but I also will be real with you guys. Post-show, I've had nights, basically every night, where I've been crying myself to sleep, eating until I was physically sick, eating to the point where I couldn't even breathe, waking up with heartburn, waking up just overall feeling like dog shit. And what point am I trying to make here? Yeah, I came out of this with an eating disorder. You know, it's easy to just slap on the word disorder when looking at concerning behavior. However, overeating once in a while is perfectly normal, and honestly, I would even encourage doing so. What is not normal, however, is consistent overeating to the point where it's daily, to the point of pure physical sickness, along with the emotions of guilt, self-hate, and crying yourself to sleep basically every night. And in case you guys haven't even noticed yet, I have yet to show my face in this video, and that's due to the fact that I feel immensely ashamed of myself and how I look. And in all honesty, I'm relearning the process of just simply loving myself. Now, as I mentioned before, I did see this coming mid-prep. I was thinking about food a lot. I was daydreaming about the cheat meals I was going to have after the show, and I even made a list of all the restaurants I wanted to go to and all the food that I wanted to have that I was ridding myself of during prep. And on top of that, I've had emotional binge eating episodes in the past that I haven't been 100% open about. Share that with someone here who has a naturally just voracious appetite. I'm not eating for 20 weeks. Once the floodgates opened, the writing was on the wall. I told myself that I would give myself a 3-day hall pass to eat just whatever I wanted. Yeah, that lasted about a week. And then it resulted in me looking like this. Like, the only reverse dieting I was really doing was reversing my damn car into the parking lot of the ice cream store. It was bad. Like I said, I started eating and then I couldn't stop eating. 4 cheeseburgers and 2 milkshakes turned into a whole pizza the next day. Some donuts another day. A million muffins the next day. Now, where did I go wrong? Doing basically everything I just said. Think about it. I was starving for 20 weeks. The moment I got to have a little taste of food, ghrelin was going to kick in and do its work on me. And one cheat meal turned into a whole week of cheat meals. And because you lived like a robot for 20 weeks, the moment I had some sense of freedom, I just kept on going and going and going, lost all control, and this is the result. Now you might be wondering, knowing that I would go through all that, why did I still go through with it? 2 reasons. For one, I wanted to prove to myself that I could do something hard and that I had enough willpower to do so. And over the past 20 weeks, I learned a lot about myself. I learned how much willpower I actually had when I set my mind to something. I didn't crack on this diet once. I had refeed days here and there that I was supposed to have, but there was no binge eating episodes, and my willpower was second to none during this entire process, and I'm proud of myself for that. And then the second reason was the fact that I had one of my best friends doing this with me, and I just wanted that experience of stepping on stage alongside one of my best friends. That this whole process was an experience I'll never forget, and you'll learn more about it in the next video, because the next video is going to be about how this whole process went and show day, along with some of the adversities we went through, as we'll say, and as I'll say. And yeah, even though this happened, I'm still glad that I went through with it. Like I said, I learned that I can do hard things when I just set my mind to them. I mean, I had an idea that I could do that before already, because I get up at 4:30 in the morning every day and I'm on no fat, but this was just the icing on the cake. And as a result, I'm doing a marathon in November, and I get to eat more food. It's just an excuse to eat more food, regardless. Now, I am seeking help with this through therapy, amongst other things. Like, I really just want to prioritize fixing my relationship with the food overall as a whole, along with doing damage control with the weight I've gained in a proper way, which I've already started doing, and I've already lost a considerable amount of weight, which is all water, for the record. But I'm doing it, in the traditional way, which is sustainable and healthy and optimizes my relationship with food. And the aim of this video is not to be a how-to video. That'll come with more experience, and once I have a better understanding of how to overcome this. This is just me sharing my experience. I don't want to lead you guys down the wrong path and saying how to get over this when I don't know myself. So once that has happened, I will definitely be making a video more in depth about how to overcome any eating disorder. The purpose of me making this video though was to show you guys what can happen as a result of a long competition diet, especially if you're like me and you did things completely wrong after the show has happened. And this leads me to leave you guys with 2 questions to yourself before you want to compete or think about competing. The first question is, can you handle a long, strenuous, and excessive diet, for one? And are you willing to accept the complications that might come after? If the answer to those 2 things is yes, well then go for it. But if not, I would urge you guys to reconsider, because it is a battle and what can happen after is not pretty and not healthy. Anyways, I don't want to run this video on too long. I honestly just appreciate you guys listening and watching the video. Before you leave though, check out Lucid Physique, the hat I'm currently wearing as I'm recording this. Till next time, my friends.